When you're riding and flying around on pterodactyls, you have to keep your weight down, which means you're just going to wear as few clothes as possible. That's just how it is. I don't make the rules. Hi, I'm Mark, and this is Subliteral Network. I make art and comics, and thanks for watching. Remember to hit like and subscribe and to leave your feedback in the comments. Now, I post art daily, 5 days a week on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, and this is a roundup of that work in case you missed it, with a little more detailed description added. You can read my Una the Cave Bunny comics free at radiocomics.com, and please visit my Patreon page if you'd like to support my work. All these links are in my description and bio, and please watch till the end so you don't miss anything. This is one of the sketches I did on paper bags when I had like a whole pack of these things for free that I could just kind of sketch and draw on, because I couldn't really quite figure out what I was going to do with so many bags. But it comes from when I was originally designing the characters for my Una the Cave Bunny comic strip. And this is Arna the Pterodactyl Rider. So it's just sketched out in ballpoint on the paper bag with markers and white china crayon to kind of add color and a different value to the halftone paper that paper bag is made of. So this is some more sketching of Geridna, the Atlantean sorceress, from the old Marvel monster horror comics in the 70s. For some reason, she is just a really cool design. Like, she had the steel bikini, this big cape, the blonde hair, and these green tights. And for some reason, it's a design that just really works. The green tights are kind of unique for women in steel bikinis in the comics, and it just worked out so well that I constantly find myself drawing and redrawing the character. So this is sort of meant to be her. She established a cave sanctuary where she gathered disciples and warned people about the coming end of Atlantis. And she was killed shortly thereafter. And Marvel kept finding excuses to get her back in the comics. She was commonly seen coming back in her astral form to warn people in the Marvel superhero universe about magical events coming. And I think somebody just realized they made a mistake killing her off, and were finding excuses to bring her back. But that's how it is. You know, she never got revived, and she never became alive again to walk around in her steel bikini and green tights. But thanks to those of us who remember, the few of us like myself, she's always going to be appearing somewhere, and it's usually in my my sketchbooks. Now, when you're drawing a webcomic, you're working on a certain schedule. You know, you have deadlines like regular comics, and sometimes when you miss a deadline, you either like put nothing up at all, or you just put up an excuse or something. And when I did these page breaks, the idea was that I wanted to post something of value even if I missed a deadline. So I would make these slides in advance in case I did miss a deadline. You know, I already had the title made up, and that jungle background that you see here behind Arna is a piece of work that I had prepared, and the new art is the figure of Arna that you see on the front of it. So I would kind of just put them together, put a little description on it, and then just save them and put them aside. So then when time went by and I was missing a deadline, I could just pull it out, post it up, and have something maybe that the reader hadn't seen before, and with a little more information about characters that were appearing in the comic. I thought it was kind of a pretty good idea, and a little bit better than just like missing the deadline and posting nothing and having the reader wonder just what happened. So along with that, I had the idea that they wouldn't have a lot of extra weight, because they're, you know, like an aircraft, they have to control and limit the weight of stuff that they're flying with. So they had like thin-handled spears and maybe just one knife, and you know, as I usually decide, they didn't wear a lot of clothes just because of the weight. No, honestly, it really was because of the weight. Here is the pencil version, the start of a new wallpaper for my patrons. And well, you can see a little bit about how I start a project from the pencil stages up. When I'm drawing comics of a character that I've created, especially women, for some reason they start getting less and less sexy as I go along with it. And I don't exactly know why that is, but that's what happens. So sometimes I'll just go all the way back and try to just add a little spice to the character. And this way I did it by pulling her zipper all the way down to her navel, more or less. So she's not going to appear like that all the time, but I want to just sort of stretch a little bit and push it a little bit, and not. Somebody gave this advice once about creating characters that are supposed to be attractive and stuff, and I think she said, don't be afraid to make your character sexy and attractive. And you wouldn't think that I would need that kind of advice, but I guess I do. So down comes the zipper. This is just a preview of a comic that I'm working on that is due to come out sometime in September of 2024. So just one of the first things I did with this project was to just sit down and figure out what I wanted to be in it. And one of the things was like giant snake women with plunging necklines. And I was getting real specific about this stuff because it's a lot of work to draw a comic. And if you're drawing stuff page after page, I kind of want it to be stuff that I enjoy drawing. So I insisted to myself that this would appear in the comic. But it's just a preview. I'm getting ready, and you will hear more about it on like all of my socials, and probably here on YouTube when I post promo videos and stuff for it. I'd like to thank you, my subscribers, and especially my new subscribers. I'm very happy you enjoy hearing something more about the work that I'm doing, and I hope the videos are entertaining, and I really hope you can come back for more.